Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is for Donald John Trump's Wednesday, October 14th. So it's a health reading actually. So I'm using the Borderless Waite and the maybe Lenormand, which is this deck right here, in case you're interested. And first, let's use the tarot. Okay, so his body, the challenges to his body, his emotional body, his mental body, spiritual state, his future, and his outcome, which of course may, future and outcome cards will go beyond the 14th. Okay, so there's the tarot. Let's do the same thing here with the Lenormand. So physical body, challenges, emotional, mental, spiritual, future, and the outcome. Okay. And just to, bring in the specificity, that's why I've broken down, the physical, mental, emotional, all that, and spiritual. But in reality, I don't believe that any of those systems are separate. I think everything's connected. Okay, so he's being very reckless with his physical body. We're in the we're in that realm of really, even straight up you can walk off the cliff because you're not looking where you're going. Well, reverse, it is absolutely not looking where you're going. It's really dangerous. So when it comes to the physical systems in the body, though, we're looking at the nervous system because the Fool is ruled by Uranus. So it's Uranus and Aquarius, and sometimes it can be out of body. When it's reversed, of course, it's just being really foolish and really reckless. He could have an accident. It's also accidents. The challenge is, oh, well, I guess he's stuck in the White House. Can't go to Mar-a-Lago. This is my Mar-a-Lago card. He definitely wants to go to Mar-a-Lago, but because there's no house in the, in the tarot deck, this would serve for the White House. And his challenge is that he has recently, this can be travel sometimes, so maybe he is getting out. And because I'm doing these readings a couple days ahead of time, so I don't really know if he's gotten out away from that, his little patio of, what is it, the Truman, is it the Truman room or the Truman patio that he went out and did his little 18 minutes of, look at me, I'm Superman. Anyway, his doing that and his trying to get out and his not taking care of his body, that's his challenge. So there's that. I don't think I need to say anything more. His emotional body, he's stuck, he's rigid, he thinks he's all that, he thinks he's the one, he feels he's all that, he feels he's the one that is in charge of not only, the presidency, but the entire government. And we'll see if that's true. I don't think so. But when it comes to the body, the body parts and the body systems, we're looking at his neck. It's ruled by Taurus. Which is Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but this is more of a Taurus card, and it's it's all about, like upper jaw, upper head, neck, I don't know, he could be having TMJ issues, it's possible, but it's all about the throat and the ears. But another aspect of it, because, we all have lymph nodes in our neck. So that could be what's going on in his emotional body, because the emotional body is the lymphatic system, it's the mucous membranes, and it's the connective tissue. So it's stuck. It's stuck and it's rigid. It's just not moving. His mental body, with the Ace of Swords reversed, well, he may very well be wanting to kill someone. He may be very well needing some type of surgery, but he's wanting, well, it's definitely not clear. When the Ace of Swords is upright, there's clarity, there's truth. I mean, you can see that in the card. There's an alignment with the forces of truth, which are, the forces of love. Love and truth is the same. It's all the same. But, of course, he's not doing anything like that in his life. He doesn't think that way. He just thinks selfishly. And so this can be that need to be right and the need to win at all costs. So there's that. That's what's going on in his brain. Now, let's see, when it comes to his spiritual state with the Page of Swords, that's not good. That's like way too big for your britches. Can't really hold that sword. Can't really hold that sword, and people are digging into his, while he's doing all his shenanigans, more and more is coming out about his finances, and people are digging into that. And of course, he's also, trying to get Bill Barr to make moves for him, to get seek vengeance on, Hillary and Obama, for spying on him. It's like, oh my God, no, so Bill Barr's not going to do it before the election. We'll see if he tries to do anything during, that lame duck season when we're in between, like, November 3rd and January 20th, 2021. So, but on a health, just for a health, level, this has to do with his, the legs, and because it's, there's the Aquarius connection in there. And falls and accidents can happen. When it comes to an illness, it's a circulatory illness. And of course, we know that that's what he's enduring. So his future, Ace of Cups reversed, that's not good for the circulatory system in the body. With the Ace of Cups, it's everything's blocked. And it's also, this is also one of the cards. I've been studying all the health and the more of the deeper into the psychological issues with the cards, and I've been meditating, in the afternoons on it. And this, I discovered, is one of the cards for rageaholics and energy vampires and people who are in emotional reaction. So it's going to get worse. We're going to see something. If it's not this day, it'll be, moving forward. It's all about lying to yourself and avoiding the truth and just, blocked, repressed emotions. Okay, so his outcome, well, maybe some burden's going to be released. Let's see, like what, is he going to leave his body finally? Makes me wonder. With the Ten of Wands reversed, we're in that area of avoiding responsibility, and it's oppression. So he's going to be trying to oppress someone, and he's going to be repressing his repressing. He's going to be in repression himself. But on a physical level, we're in the area of blood pressure, high blood sugar, gout, liver problems, pains. So that's not good. That doesn't look good to me. Let's layer the Lenormand. So his physical body, he's trying to seduce someone to give him what he wants. He's offering someone, and it's probably a woman. Now, his challenge is that he's older, with the Lilies card. He's older, and so we're talking about, like Alzheimer's and things like that. We're in that territory of needing a prolonged treatment, and he might be having even vision and hearing problems. That's very, very possible. So with the Hierophant combined with our super spreader card and our addictions, and I mean, this is the card I always got on him, so I kept thinking he does drink. It's possible, but it's definitely partying. So his emotional body wants to still be like the host of all the parties, and he wants to party. He wants to escape, and he wants to party. With his mental body, with the Fox card, he's thinking up nefarious, plans, and he's thinking up devious ways to get what he wants. And he's lying, he's stealing, not to be trusted at all. This card can be actually really bad because it's the card of assassins. So I don't know what he's got cooking or what he's doing, but combined with the Ace of Swords, it's like liar, 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 liar. His spiritual state, well, with the Fish card, I would say that he's just thinking about, money flow. With his future, he's being watched and observed. With his outcome, he may very well be going back to Walter Reed. That's the Walter Reed card. That's the Tower in the Lenormand is very, very different than the Tower in the Tarot. In the Lenormand, it's all about institutions, clinics, tall buildings, even an apartment building or a condo. It has to do with medical clinics, of course. This is Walter Reed to me in this reading. It also has to do with being alone and isolated. It can be kind of like that lonely at the top card. And yeah, it just feels to me like isolation. If it's not going back to Walter Reed, then he's definitely isolated. But it also rules, in the physical body, because this is a health reading, I keep having to circle back to that. This could be eye problems, and this could be spinal problems. So, like, maybe something's not functioning right. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. Let me move this, and I want to draw a few cards for us. What is it that would help us getting through these times? Because we're down to just about the final 3 weeks. It's winding down closely to November 3rd. Okay. Ha! I love that. Eagle Spirit says, Spirit has your back. So this says that universal spiritual law has taken over, and we are being protected. We're being protected. And I've been doing a lot of research on the election protection, and I have done readings on that before. So you guys, before you drop questions into the comments, asking me to do a reading, please do me a favor and check to see that I haven't already. You can go to my channel and just drop in search into the little search box. You can drop in anything. Just drop in some keywords and see what pops up, because it's like half of the time or more. I've already done a reading on it, but I have to take my time to go backwards and look and see what that video was, and then link it to you guys. And it takes away from my time to do actually, do readings that I haven't yet done. So you guys can help each other out by looking to see first if I haven't already done it. But so we are being protected, and I have done videos about that. There's at least 2 in there about that, about election protection. The second one is, Stag Spirit says to take the lead. Yeah, so this is where we need to be self-responsible. So this is our, make sure we vote. Make sure we vote. The universal laws of love and truth and protection they're already set. They're already in motion. They're already there. I mean, we're hurling through space on this rock and we don't fall off. So you got to know that something's protecting us, right? That there was some authority of divine order that created this realm of which we live and we're a part of, and that same divine wisdom is within each of us as well. So step into your leadership and move forward knowing that you are protected. Okay, and then, this is perfect. I think I got this, I can't remember, it might have been in one of the spiritual growth readings that I do every day as well. But anyway, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. That's right. So just to remember that the universe is bound by law to receive you, but you have to take the lead. You have to step in and say, I want it. I will have it. I will have the abundance that's around it. And just look at nature. Look how nature is always growing. And even breaking down what isn't working anymore. Nature is a beautiful lesson for how the universe works. Now, trusting that there's a bigger reality than we actually have here on Earth is another important lesson with this card, because the truth is that we come from a realm where it's 100% bliss, love, and ecstasy, just absolute bliss, where you can't even have a negative thought. Like in our core essence, that's who we really are. And that's within the nucleus of every cell in our body as well. So to align with that is, that's the unitive consciousness that we want to hold. But here on Earth, we're in a dualistic paradigm where it appears that it's a lot of either or, it's good or bad, right or wrong, and there's pleasure or pain. We're either winners or losers, and there's life and death. Now, the truth is, to get back to that unified consciousness, what we need to do is to remember that on Earth we have to accept that we're in a dualistic sphere, and it means it's both. It's good and bad. There's right and wrong. We have pleasure and pain. We win and we lose, which I'd rather just create win-win situations. But if you have to win, if you've got a forcing current on winning all the time, then you're going to be locked in many vicious circles where you have that dualistic split that's even worse. So to get back into life in the right way, it's like always holding that good and bad place. It's the and. Just put the and in the middle of every conflict. And that'll lead you back to the middle. And then just to have, the most important part about this is to remember that in your cellular memory, there is a place where you do remember that blissful state. And when we don't get it here on Earth, then we go into this other weird paradigm where we might not be conscious of it at all. And we all do it. It's just a part of being human at this time on Earth. Is we think that there's something wrong with us because we're not in the bliss. We're not in the spirit. We're not completely centered and completely happy. Well, we don't get that here at this address. We can. We have moments and we have periods, and we can feel, if we go deep inside and we meditate every day, we can feel that bliss. And we can keep opening to it, and we can intend to have it. But when we don't, the main message here I want to say is that when we don't, take the lead and intend to have it, intend to feel it. But when you don't make yourself bad or wrong or stupid or inferior or inadequate in any way, because that's a lie. That's not true. It's just that, half the time, if you go with the and, the 50-50, like the middle way, then if you're in happiness half the time, you're doing really good. And if the other half of the time you're trying to get to that happy place, then that's just a part of being human. It's just a part of life here on earth, and to do not take it personally. Just to let yourself expand into the place where abundance is always there, and to trust that the universe will always bring you, if you can get into the truth that the universe will always bring you what you need, and more than what you need, but also a lot of what you want, then it will. But if you don't believe that, then it won't, because the sum total of all your experiences are based upon your beliefs, because the universe will always mirror back to you your beliefs. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Thanks, you guys, and take good care. Okay, bye.